Hello. We are here at 2615 Windsor Street at this beautiful, small knit private community at Edinburg, Texas, North Edinburg. But you're just a few minutes away from the university, shops, and everything that Edinburg, Texas has to offer. I really like the interior of this home, and I think you guys will as well. It's really well done, a lot of quality work that I'm excited to show just because we don't see a lot of this here in the RGV. So without a further ado, let's get started. So first and foremost, you got this nice contemporary / Tuscany exterior facade. You got the stucco along with a lot of stonework, beautiful modern windows, your contrast painted garage door, along with your modern fixtures, and it is spray foam insulated because there's no perforations in the fascia of the roof. Now this front door is big and custom, gorgeous. Now this property is listed at about $185 a square foot, which puts this property at $380,000. This property is boasting 2,052 square feet living. Total, if we include that very spacious back patio, we're likely pushing, or we're at probably 3,000 total square feet. Now, this is gorgeous. I love the details. Look at the baseboards. You get that really professional installation of the luxury vinyl planks. Beautifully done. But more than anything else, it's this. This is what I love. A lot of work went into this, of course. You get that nice tic-tac-toe coffered ceiling, gorgeous accent wall, and then the drywall. I believe they call this like level 5 drywall. I actually saw a reel about it not too long ago, but ultimately it is still drywall, but it's like sanded down and it looks really clean and it goes really well with the trims all around this area. So this is like your little nook area. To be honest, I would put like a couch there, a small coffee table to sit down, talk with people, and maybe do board game night there. Now over here where I'm standing at, right under this tic-tac-toe coffered ceiling, you get a little foyer where you could set up a long table, set up your pantry, and then maybe portraits. Whereas over here, you can set up your living room. So you can put your actual couch for the living room, along with a console or the base console. Then you've got your TV mounted. Again, your nook, living room, and right behind me, you got your little foyer area. And speaking of the foyer, also with accents and a tray ceiling. Now, over here, we've got this accent over here. I've never seen this before. I feel like I've been saying this within the last 2-3 videos because I've been seeing a lot of innovative designs, at least for us here in the Rio Grande Valley. This might not be innovative to some of you because you're used to it, but not to us. Very new, very different, and just small little stuff. So this is one of these small little stuff. And then you got this beautiful kitchen over here. I mean, just the details in this home are immaculate. But you've got your base cabinets, beautifully in satin painted. You got your gorgeous little handles, your nice brass gold faucet, porcelain sink, a window to look at the backyard whenever you're cleaning the dishes. At least you have something to look at, right? Now, my house is nothing but a plain wall, so I've got nothing to look at. Anyways, and so lots of, small, beautiful details. Now, in the backsplash, it's like very modern, but kind of like Mediterranean-esque. But it's a staggered pattern. You even have quartz countertop over here. That is nice. But it's a farmhouse-sized sink, stained shelving, just accenting the modern shelving. You got some more quartz countertop. You do have your range hood with a nice professional range cover over it. Now this is your kitchen island. So I imagine that's gonna be your dishwashing space because it's next to the sink, but soft closing cabinetry as well. More quartz. You got some space, shelving space over there. And then you got your refrigerator space over here. And I imagine this is gonna be your dining room. So you could set up a nice round table. I've seen some beautiful wooden tables, but they're expensive. But I think they're gonna give so much character to this house. Just kind of blend in. So what kind of color scheme would you try to mesh with this entire design of the home? You guys let me know. Would you choose like white couches, brown couches, leather couches? You guys tell me. I'm not a designer myself, but I have no idea what I would want to choose. And this is a hallway that actually connects you to the master suite. And just in, standard process, we're gonna check out the master suite first, but you got this hallway naturally illuminated. I love this. I love it. It's naturally illuminated, and then it takes us over here to the master suite. And wow, what an entrance. So master suite, lots of natural light. Again, modern baseboards and trimming, not only around the doors, but also around the windows. But you can escape from this room should there ever be an emergency through this window. Not these, unless you break through them, but you won't want to do that. You can you can open this one to the side. Now let's give you guys a different angle. So you could set up your bed over here, mount your TV over there. Beautiful vaulted ceiling. I love it. Now, what kind of blinds would you choose? I don't know. I'm kind of like in the cusp of either modern blinds or plantation shutters. But I think plantation shutters would look really nice. But that's just me and my personal preference. But then again, I'm also biased because I also own plantation shutters in my home. But regardless, that's what I would choose. This is your kitchen. This is your master bathroom. Look at that stain. Wow. Now, the only issue I see here is that we get gold brass on the mirrors and on the light fixtures, but we get stainless steel, or I guess silver looking fixtures everywhere else. I think it would have been nice to see some consistency, but ultimately maybe the builder had a decision with that. Maybe, hey, you know what? Let's not just do all gold brass. The home, let's give it some accents, just like with the kitchen island. But you do have your walk-in shower, and it's like a standard size shower, not a huge, big one, but nice nonetheless. You have your niche. What's great is that you do have lots of natural light in the master suite itself. Like that. Maybe they could have done like a wet area where this is open, nothing but glass, and it's like a shower / tub area. But maybe I don't know. What do you guys think? But you do have your private commode. No floating cabinetries though, but that's okay. What I see in the details and the quality of this home, I don't know, it definitely makes up for that. Then you've got your walk-in closet. That is nice as well. So you got your metal rods. You do have your cubbies over there, base cabinets and dressers for anything you need. But wait, there's more. So what's great about this property is that it's 3 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms. Where in the world are all those 3 bathrooms situated? Well, let me tell you this. Each guest room has its own ensuite. And pocket doors, by the way. You do not see that. But you got your nice little window there, and lo and behold, your full en suite. So, wow, that is nice. Really well done. Now, getting out over here, you do have your AC filter up there, so be ready. You're gonna need a little ladder to switch it, but that's okay. I do that too, but bear in mind, I'm 5 feet 4 inches. Now you do have this big old linen closet. Wow. Now what would have been nice is if they added like an actual metal rod, so you can actually hang stuff. Looks like you're just gonna have to do that after the fact. Or you can ask the builder, hey, you know what? Can you add a rod? Anything is negotiable at the end of the day. Now this is the final guest room. Again, tray ceiling, and you got your full ensuite, toilet, you got your cabinet, walk-in shower, you have your pocket door, you have your window, and another pocket door, and then you've got your closet with very custom shelving. So now, I'm not sure if we got to see this, but this is the actual half restroom. So 3 bathrooms, 1, 2, 3, and a half for the guests. And I don't know, actually I forgot to check, but I think down here, oh, well, it looks like there's cabinet space on both sides, but there isn't, but that's just decoration. You've got your pantry. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. I mean, you could set up like a little room in here, a Harry Potter room if you wanted to. And then you've got your utility room. So this is the little, this is like the little area before the utility room over there. Look at this, base cabinets, beautiful white quartz floating cabinets, the entry into the attic, should you need to. That nice, beautiful Spanish tile, and then cabinets, and then you have your sink. Wow. Now let's check out the 2-car garage. Look at this. It is hot outside. It's not even hot in here. I don't know if they actually spray foamed insulated this garage. I'd have to confirm, but it does not feel as hot as it should. But what's great about this garage is that, of course, you've got your standard garage space from here to here, but if we pan over to the right, look at all that extra space you have. You can mount your bikes, mount your whatever it is you need into this house or into this wall. But looks like you can even open this window over here. Wow. But I love this. I wish I had this in my house. I don't. But you do have your water boiler, your breaker, and of course your motor for the 2-car garage. And that concludes the house. But we're not done yet because we still have a backyard to investigate. So this is the big old back patio. So that's why I said, living square feet, we're talking 2,052. And I think I, by mistake, said 3,000 earlier in total square feet. We're probably looking at 2,600, 2,700 total square feet. But it looks like there's width here. Now I've seen some tighter spaces, but there's a lot of width here. I think that's good. If you do end up setting up your fence, unless it's negotiated with the builder, if we negotiate it, even better. But ultimately, fencing it up, you could set up a little runway for the dogs, kind of fence it out, give your fence over here, do a little hog wire fence for the dogs, and then you've got your big old backyard. That is nice. You do have a transformer here, so there's no way out of it, but you can put stuff around it to conceal it. And this is the house from the exterior. And look at that, they even painted the PVC pipes to exhaust a home black. That's part of the inspections. So, wow. Again, some more backyard space, and it looks like they even have that timer thing. I need to buy one of those. They're so useful, you guys. I need to buy one. I am not lying. Wow. I think they're worth like 15, maybe 30 bucks, but worth the investment. I personally water my own grass, so it can be time consuming since I have to do it for like 15 minutes. But ultimately, this is the property tour here at Windsor Street. I pray and hope that you guys like this tour. Thank you guys for always watching. Please be sure to share with your family and friends. But most importantly, God bless you all. Please give me some feedback. Stay safe. And I will see you in the next one.